Welcome to another video. So this will be a case study. As you can see over here, I use multiple reference in order to generate this 3D model. So all of those were extracted directly from Artec. Over here, I made various screenshots, and I used those as reference in order to guide the generative AI from Tripo. Now, the main important thing within this video will be texture. If I'm going to zoom in, for example, over here, we're going to see that the texture of the original 3D scan is as following. I can go over here within model inspect, and I can maybe just leave the albedo texture. And you're going to see that this will be the texture. Now, within Tripo, we have the possibility to generate 8K texture, as we saw over here. This is a new feature, and I wanted to compare 8K texture against 4K. So as you can see, this is one of the model. If I'm going to go over here for export, this will be all the way to 4K. And if I'm going to jump within the other model, this was generated using the new feature, the new 8K texture. And if I'm going to zoom in closer, we're going to see that the texture will look as following. So we do have a lot more detail than the original 3D scan, as you can see over here, especially over here for the warrior helmet and the shoulder over here. Even for the face over here on the horse, as you can see, this is the 8K texture. This will be the original 3D scan. So a lot more details. We can already see that generative AI is adding a lot. We see over here the fine details on the statue for the eyes. Now, I also uploaded those. So I also imported those within Blender so we can better analyze the texture. And this is the original 3D scan. If I'm going to move over here closer to the character, we're going to see that it will look as following. And over here we have the 8K texture and the 4K texture. And this is why I want to compare the following. For example, let me initially just see that this will be the 4K texture. So if I'm going to go within UV editing, we have over here the texture. I'm just going to deselect everything. And we see that this is the image. If I'm going to go within image, I have the possibility to also resize this. But we're going to see that this is the 4K texture. That means that the following model from the middle will have the 8K texture. So if I'm going to select this, I'm going to go within UV editing. Now this will be selected. And over here on the back, we have this texture, which is entitled Mystical Horse. So currently I'm using over here Blender 4.0 because this will also import the original model, which is a WRL. As you can see over here, within downloads, we have STL, WRL, and Maya file format. So I decided to use an older Blender version in order to directly import this. But this texture is at 8K. If I'm going to go within resize, we're going to see the size will be 8K in this case. Now, regarding the overall quality between 4K and 8, in this case, will be as following. So we do have both models over here. If I'm just going to move closely over here to the horse, we see over here a lot more details onto the 8K texture. If I'm going to zoom in closer, we're going to see that over here there are finer details, while over here we have, let's say, fewer details, as this is a little bit more pixelated. So we can already see the main difference between those two sections. Now, regarding the character face, we see this will be the 4K. We do have a lot of, let's say, goldish gradient over here on the character face, while over here within this one, we do have the following. So this will be the geometry, as we can see. So both models are quite well reconstructed. I'm just going to move this over here, and we see that this was the beard of the character. Within the original 3D scan, it looked as following. So it kind of lacked details. While over here, within the model generated by Tripo, they will have details directly embedded within geometry. And with the texture, they will look as following. If I'm going to check some additional differences between 4K and 8K, we see over here. So mostly we do have this finer, let's say, grain detail on the bronze statue. We see over here the legs of the horse. On the bottom we have those rock elements. So overall there are some differences between 4K and 8K, but in my opinion those are not that large. We see over here for the weapon. For this one it is, as you can see, this is a lot more pixelated, and we see over here that the color is slightly stretched on the weapon, while over here on the 8K this is a lot more detailed. So you can already see that difference between 4K and 8K in terms of overall quality of the mesh. Over here on these elements added to the horse, again, much more finer details than the ones added over here. I'm just going to slightly move this over here to the side. So overall, this is a difference between 8K and 4K. In my opinion, there are some important differences, but keep in mind that both models will be more than good. So you see over here, this is the original scan, even though this was created with a legacy scanner, which is Artec. In this case, this was Artec Spider 2, as you can see. The texture is not that great. So if you want to create maybe a virtual environment and add this character, we would get actually better results if you would use some generative AI to generate the character. Now, it's not the exactly same shape. So if I'm going to overlap this onto the original 3D scan, we're going to see that it will not be exactly the same proportions. So we do have some deviations between those two, but they still resemble the same object. So even though this uses generative AI texture, in my opinion, this is better if you want to create something, for example, for virtual reality or augmented reality, you would get better results with this one over here. And even with the one at 4K, we see that this will also output some amazing details. I'm just going to slightly scale this. And we see that these are the models. So I'm really curious what's your opinion regarding this, because I do think that generative AI has started to evolve, and we can already see 8K texture being, let's say, standard and normalized within various tools. I saw also some other generative AI tools that even went for 12K texture, and I also want to go and explore those and present those within some case studies. Okay, so this will go directly to the 3D Generative AI playlist, which you're going to find over here on the left. And if you enjoy this kind of content, you can consider to subscribe. You're going to find the button on the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.